Have you ever wondered how a software solution goes from just being an idea to, a real-world working product? Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to deconstruct the blueprint used to take a local clinic from paper-based chaos to total digital efficiency. So, let's get into it. So, our story kicks off at the Herbal Healthcare Center in Jaffna. And honestly, they were dealing with a problem so many places face. We're talking stacks and stacks of patient files, constant phone calls just to make an appointment, and that nagging risk of losing crucial information. The whole system was just stretched to its absolute breaking point.
And that really brings up the big question, right? How do you make that jump? How do you actually design and build a solution that can untangle all that complexity and create something smooth and reliable for everyone involved, the patients and the staff?
That's what this is all about. We're not just going to look at the shiny finished product. Nope. We're going to examine the detailed plan, the technical choices they made, and the step-by-step process of building this thing right from the ground up. Okay, so to really get why the solution is so smart, you have to understand just how bad the problem was. Let's break down exactly why the clinic's old, manual way of doing things just wasn't working anymore.
The old system was just inefficient. I mean, think about it. Every single appointment, every patient record, every prescription note, it was another chance for a simple human mistake, a misplaced file, or even a security issue. It was just way too slow, way too risky, and honestly, super frustrating for everybody.
And wow, when you put the old way next to a digital system, the difference is just night and day. On one side, you've got paper files and endless games of phone tag. On the other, instant access to records and online booking anytime you want. The whole point was to move away from this high-effort, high-risk model to one that's automated, centralized, and totally secure.
So, with the problem laid out bare, a solution was born. Let's meet the hero of our story. A custom-built system designed to fix all of this administrative chaos for good.
It's called ODMS, which is short for Online Doctor Appointment Management System. At its heart, it's a web platform built specifically for this one clinic, with one big goal: to automate all those critical, time-consuming tasks that were causing all the headaches.
Now that all sounds great on paper, but what does a system like OTAMS actually do for the people who have to use it every single day? You know, the patients, the doctors, the staff. Let's dive into the core features.
For a patient, the whole experience gets a complete makeover. Instead of calling the office and just hoping you can get in, you can now go online, browse different doctors' schedules, book an appointment in seconds, get automatic reminders sent to your phone, and even send a secure message to your doctor after you leave. It's a total game changer.
But here's the thing. ODAMS is so much more than just a booking tool. It's really the clinic's new central nervous system. It manages everything, from patient medical records and the inventory of medical supplies to billing and even performance reports for the clinic. It literally touches every single part of the operation.
Okay, having a fantastic idea is one thing, but turning that idea into actual working software, that's the real challenge. So how did they pull it off? Let's look at the blueprint they used to create ODAMS.
The team decided to use a development method called Agile. Now, instead of trying to build the entire massive system all at once and just crossing your fingers that it's right, Agile is all about building it in small, usable chunks. You build one feature, you show it to the actual users, the doctors and staff. You get their feedback, and then you use that feedback to build the next chunk. It's super flexible and way more collaborative.
Now you might look at a Gantt chart like this and think it looks like a rigid step-by-step plan. But with an agile process, it's a bit different. They work in these repeating cycles. They'll build a little, test it, get feedback, and then repeat. This high-level map just keeps everyone on track, ensuring that the final product is exactly what the clinic actually needs, not just what someone thought they needed a year ago.
All right, let's talk tech, but don't worry, we're going to make this super simple. We can break down the jargon like this. React.js is basically everything you see and click on, all the buttons, the forms, the user interface. Spring Boot, that's the powerful engine humming along behind the scenes, doing all the heavy lifting. And MongoDB is the super secure digital filing cabinet where all the important data is stored safely.
So, we've seen the problem, we've seen the solution, and we've seen how they built it. But let's get to the big question. Why does any of this actually matter? What's the real-world impact of all this planning and technology?
While it comes down to real tangible goals like this one, the system was designed so that finding any key piece of information, like pulling up a patient's entire medical history, would take less than 20 seconds. In a normal office setting, that's nice. In a medical emergency, that speed isn't a luxury. It's absolutely critical.
It's all about making the experience fast, reliable, and not frustrating.
And that's really the heart of it all. This project was never just about making things a little easier or more convenient. It was about fundamentally improving the quality of patient care. When you create a system that's efficient for the staff, reliable for the doctors, and puts the patient's needs right at the center, you elevate the entire healthcare experience for everyone.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. This blueprint was made for one specific clinic in Jaffna, but it proves that a much, much better patient experience is totally possible. So the real question is, if the blueprint is out there, what's stopping this from becoming the new standard for healthcare everywhere?